Hi everyone, welcome back to the last episode of Angel and the City of Glass. I'm super excited to be here with you all tonight. I know, very sad that we are ending. Hopefully we'll get back for another season at some point. But for now, let's let the players introduce themselves and their characters to see who will be playing tonight. Go ahead, we'll start with Eddie.
Oh God, I was not prepared to go first here. Hi everyone, I'm Eddie, your local discount bard. You can find me on all the various social medias at Discount Bard, where I do variety content and working my way towards becoming a brand new DM. So fun stuff along the ways there. Today I'm coming as Izzy Leatherlung, the Bard Warlock, under the patronage of the Prince of Darkness, known as Ozzy.
Absolutely fantastic. Casual.
Hey, what can I say? It's J Casual Campbell. You can find me on all social media at casual_Campbell. I am the one who aspires to inspire to the day I expire with no plans to retire. I am a casual content creator, storyteller, professional, entertainer across the board, doing all kinds of things that are tabletop related and in general, just making people feel great, reminding them that they're amazing human beings. And I am Apollo Don, the beastly barbarian beatboxing the bounding beat beautifully.
So much rhyming, and I love it. All right, fantastic. Beth.
How am I supposed to follow that up though? Like ever? Like, okay, hi, I'm Beth the Bard. Not as cool, but everywhere at it's Beth the Bard, and I am a dungeon master. I run She is the Ancient on Tuesdays here on Gilding Light, and that's all I focus on lately. Today I am playing Winifred, the goblin-ish. That is, wait, hold on, back up. The motivational goblin-ish is the official title. Okay, yep, that's it.
Amazing. All right, and last but certainly not least, Adam.
Hello, I'm Adam. You can find me on the social medias at IsItTinkerer, casual magic references. I make a lot of content in the writing and visual zones. I write for the Apotheosis Studios blog and review video games across the webs. I do variety Let's Play on my channel on YouTube and produce podcasts for fantasticuniverses.com. Make a lot of content, but I'm very happy to be here in the zone of adventure with such fine people trudging through the city of glass as Zumael, holy bard bound with glorious sunlight.
Amazing. All right, and with this lovely cast of characters, last week they arrived in the City of Glass after trying to find it for a very long time and going through a bunch of different of the kingdoms. But they finally found it. They walked into the city, and all of the magic items and items that they had received in the Rainbow Kingdoms fizzled out. All of the magic was gone from them, and they explored around a little while. Apollo punched a building and then got ate by the same building for a little while, and then a couple of people came to them, and they came up and said, "The princess wishes to see you." Well, that was they were supposed to bring them places. They ended up just punting them and drop kicking them. It was a great time. But then they finally went to the castles, and there were 3 bright red castles in the middle of the city. And that is, they arrived in, they chose one of them. They walked in, found a way in, and then they fought some devil statues, and that is where we ended last week. I believe also Winifred asked her patron a couple of questions, which she got the answers to. She did not get the answers to one question, however. If you'd like to remind the audience which question that was.
Yes, one of the questions was, what is our enemy, the lady, the person's weakness, our big bad? What is their weakness?
Their weakness would probably be something that would knock them prone, get them on their back, not allow them to fly away or anything like that. They are very, she says specifically, don't use fire, cold, necrotic, or poison.
Necrotic. Okay.
We
Fire,
might
cold,
be in trouble, y'all.
poison. Got it. And just to clarify, you're okay with Winifred's primal savagery being slashing damage, not poison damage.
Correct.
Okay, you heard it all. It's clarified ahead of time. All right, here we go.
You're
Fantastic. So you are all sitting in the room right after Winifred has asked her patron these questions, and after fighting these devils. What are you doing?
After watching Winifred just sort of enraptured, I sort of, Zumel sort of scoots along the side of the room and then looks through the open doorway because I believe Apollo charged into the next chamber.
Yes, Apollo did come back, but yes, you can
Okay.
absolutely look into the next chamber if you would like.
Okay, what's in the next chamber?
It is completely empty.
Oh,
Let it be known that Izzy is staying within arm's reach of Apollo, lest they decide to take off once more.
literally so.
No worries. Apollo, what are you doing?
Apollo has decided to sit down. I'm just waiting.
You sit next to Winifred.
Yeah, after finding out there was nothing in the other room, Apollo's rage had basically ended. So they're kind of like sitting on the ground, waiting to find out what's happening next.
I hand you some like little bones and things like that to just like here, just hold these. I'm getting the rest of these cleaned up. I just talked to grandmother. She told me some stuff. I asked questions, but I already forgot what I asked or what she said. But I know there was some important stuff in there about we gotta knock our bad guy like prone and not use fire or cold or necrotic or poison against them. But other than that, I don't remember anything else I asked. So I hope you guys remember anyways.
That's literally all the fun stuff to use. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to get clever and creative with this then. I'm gonna have to
I
start.
trust
thinking
your
of some
ability to do
ideas.
so, I believe.
I just punch and kick things.
Maybe
then
there
you're
won't
good.
be a
Fine.
fight. I mean, it could just be we could walk in and talk to her and she'll just reason with us, right?
That seems unlikely, and I doubt that she'd release the prisoners if they were even supposed to be reasonable.
And to be perfectly frank, if they were gonna have any chance of having been reasonable with us, that probably would have been before we completely trashed their shop.
Trash their shop.
Though that was
That
a
was
lot of
very-
fun.
It was indeed trash the shop. I was somewhat rude to their face. We kicked some of their minions quite literally, as unhelpful as that was.
That was so
Um,
much fun.
Mixed opinions.
Fun for you, not so fun for them.
Yes.
Did
'cause
you
they
see
went
how
to the
much
hell.
air I got them to have?
Yes, I specifically saw their souls fly up from their bodies and then descend down to the fourth layer of the hells.
It was epic.
For you.
We still have her book, right?
Yes.
The book with her stuff, yeah.
leathers.
Mhm.
The skin book made of skins.
Yes.
Creepy.
Did you gather all the information we could gather from that? Is there anything else in there that could help us figure out like
As I started to read it, a lot of excitement drew us from the shop in purple to here to this castle, so I haven't really had time to catch up on my reading.
Not sure I'd put it that close to your face, but sure.
No, they do not. No.
dun dun dun?
But still, Zuma will attempt to read on a little more.
Sure. So you will notice that a lot of the entries that you had read have actually disappeared. But some new ones have appeared in places that they were not before. and basically it's talking about her plan. And it uses a lot of code, but basically she's trying to take away the creativity from one, the Rainbow Kingdoms, and two, eventually the main world.
Does it say anything about what she intends to do with all this creative energy?
You don't think that it's so much about doing something with the creative energy rather than getting rid of it.
Yeah. This
What
entity
you
wants
reading there?
a very scary book. This entity
Oh.
wants to take.
Does it have a frightening ending?
The ending still hasn't been written yet. I feel that we'll have an important part to play in the ending of this story.
Oh, so it's like a choose your own adventure.
As is life, and in this case, afterlife.
That's deep. I'm gonna have to
Thank
write
you.
about that.
Yes, make that one of your slow jams. You know, something.
End of the adventure yet to be written.
Because I believe that slow jam is needed to then suddenly turbocharge the crowd before the grand finale, I believe.
Fair enough.
But in any case, the being we are going to meet wants to take the creative force that motivates all people from all places, not just the kingdom, the living world as well.
That is the most unmetal thing I have ever heard.
I agree.
That would be really bad.
It'd be just boring.
I agree.
Well, then here's what. If they want to try to abscond this world of its creative energy, then perhaps we should give them a run for their money and give them more creative energy than they could possibly handle.
You wish to
Like
overload
a
them.
fire hose.
Precisely. A fire hose of creative energy that will just be exploding with more creativity than they could possibly handle on their own, and that will be their demise.
I'll hold them down for it.
Ooh. I've always been kind of curious what would happen when someone would actually be hit with a fire hose while they were held down. That seems like that would be quite a dramatic effect.
It sounds effective.
There's only one way to find out.
What do you think, Apollo? Are you ready for some fierce beats?
We could not possibly do it without you.
I can't hear.
Apollo, we know you have a voice. We seem to have lost it.
Apollo, no!
Apollo!
I start shaking Apollo. Where's
Also-
your voice?
There you
I-
are.
We found it.
Quick slap. Oh, you're all better. Oh, good.
I'm scared, but I'm ready.
It is good to be scared sometimes. It keeps you focused, keeps you motivated to remember that what we're fighting for matters. Because you're scared because you care of how it will end. But if you
And-
believed it in all of us like we believe in you, it
And
will
as
go well.
ironic as it sounds, given that we're in the realm of the undead, being fearful is how you truly know you're alive.
Got it.
Ready
I'd
to
like to point
go.
out that you went from overloading them with creativity to waterboarding them. Just so you
Yes.
know.
No, waterboarding them with creativity.
From a fire hose.
Yes.
But just how,
A fire hose.
You do not know if Winifred means like metaphorically we will fire hose her with creativity, or if she
If it's just a
really
hosing.
wants to use a fire hose on them.
Why not both?
Yeah.
Yep, both is good.
There's no fires in the city of glass, so there's no fire hoses.
Yet. Growth
We can
mindset.
find.
Hey,
Let's find out what
Apollo,
stuff.
how do you feel? I've noticed that you've been able to manage to make things appear out of nowhere. Would you be able to manifest something like, say, a fire hose of creativity?
Can you do that?
I can try. You want me to make a hose?
A fire hose.
A fire
So
hose of
big
creativity.
Yeah. Fire hose. Do 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 do. Hose 'em, fire, hose 'em, hold 'em down, hose 'em.
Hose 'em, hold 'em down, and hose 'em, hold 'em down,
And
hose
as
'em,
the
hose
beat
'em.
comes, you'll start seeing what appears like starts coiling around Apollo is this like serpentine form that starts at the hand and starts coiling around the arm, around the torso a bit. Finally, at the edge towards like their leg is the end of what appears to be equivocally like a fire hose, but it's decorated with multiple colors, like stained glass almost in color. Is this what you needed?
I think we're ready.
I think this is gonna be amazing.
It is beautiful and it's wonderful, and they're not gonna see it coming.
I don't think anyone could
okay.
see this coming.
I certainly did not.
And then Apollo will take the hose and start and tighten it around their hand and start wrapping it all the way, kind of like bandages for a fighter, and just keep shaping it all the way until it covers the entire right sleeve, but with the hose piece kind of in the hand, like how you have brass knuckles to make a bigger fist. I think I'm ready.
Let's go. I'm gonna scoop up the rest of my bones and feathers and everything else I had laid out and just start shoving them haphazardly into my pockets. And I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna be like, get ready to be waterboarded.
As of now, I officially dub us the Fire Force of Creativity.
Yeah.
Fire Force, away!
Yes.
Alrighty.
But then Winifred realizes she doesn't know where to go, so she just gets all hyped up and then
Oh yeah, Izzy just charged ahead in a random direction, didn't actually pay attention to where he was going.
There's only one door. So there's the door that you came in that closed behind you. Or there's the door that Apollo charged through into the room that is completely empty.
Where are you going, Izzy?
Follow Izzy towards, I'm assuming, the only other door that one could walk through.
We're coming for you!
And I'm just
Full on
gonna
battle
start
cry going
flying
into the
after
door.
Izzy.
Okay. As soon as all four of you step foot inside the next room, everything around you starts to swirl. And everything. Yes.
Oh.
And everything goes black for a second. And then it feels like you come to and there's no one else. None of your friends are in the room. But you hear the sound of footsteps coming towards you. This is happening to each of you.
So we're alone, but we're hearing sounds?
Correct.
And
then we are spinning?
No, you're not spinning anymore. It felt like it felt like you fainted and then you came to.
Oh. I hate that feeling.
And then into the room walks someone. Now, for each of you, it looks different. For each of you, it is whoever if you had a favorite person that passed away, that person walks in the room. And that person is holding a second mirror.
What you doing with that mirror there, Mima?
I need you to come and join me.
The mirrors have been really bad here, though. I think you should put that down. Also, it's good to see you again.
It's great to see you too. I've been having so much fun here. It would be great to have you here too.
Yeah, we could be dead together. I missed you so much. I run towards Mima.
Okay, you run towards her. She reaches out her arms towards you.
Ooh, I give her a hug.
You give her a hug. Roll me an insight check.
Okie dokie. Do. 4.
It feels exactly like your Mima.
I just miss you so much. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna start showing her like everything in my pockets and just rambling on and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll come back to you. Who's next?
Mama?
Hello, Apollo.
Mama, I'm sorry. I know you told me not to go out to the city. I'm sorry that I got you hurt, my mom.
It's okay. It's not your fault. Now you're here.
I made them pay for hurting you, Mom.
Well, I certainly appreciate that. But I'm really glad you're here now.
I've been good, Mom. And Apollo kind of like goes down to like the whimpering, like on all fours, but like kneeling. I've been good. I've been real good.
And she's gonna come over and hug you. But I need you to make me an insight check.
Insight. Oh, that's wisdom. Yes. 21.
Something does not feel right. Your mom feels very human, like.
So, Apollo is from this kneeling position, like the rising sun, go with the full force of 1,000 suns for an uppercut from hell.
Okay. Go right ahead.
Can we all see each other, by the way, or are we like just isolated? Okay.
You're
We're in our
completely
own
isolated.
places.
Oh yeah, no, this is also done recklessly because how dare you?
Yeah. You weren't aiming, it's just going boom.
Yeah.
It's a 26 to hit.
100%.
Let's see. That is going to be 13 points of 1,000 suns.
Okay. She starts crying, which in a few seconds turns to laughter. Evil, maniacal laughter. And you fall to the ground again. And then you wake up a second time. This time, you see there's an elf on the ground with a mirror, or a human on the ground with a mirror in front of its face, completely knocked out. And your friends are also on the floor.
And they all look like, do they have mirrors or just on the floor?
They're just on the floor. They look like they're talking to themselves, though, in their sleep.
Apollo is going to pick up Winifred and just shake. Just.
And look at this bone, Mima! And look at this, the humming, what? The hummingbird. Look at it. Oh, God.
That's exactly what you feel, Winifred.
Winifred, wake up, shaking aggressively.
I don't. Would it work? She's very, very unwise and unintelligent.
Roll an insight check, but at disadvantage because you think that it is your real Mima.
Okay.
While you are doing that, Izzy or Zumael, what do you see?
So I feel like Izzy's would be a bit of an acid trip because the first thing that Izzy would see would be a absolute duplicate of himself in front of him, and would be just like before with the mirrors, be mirroring them, going, I don't understand. Is this a vision of the future? What's happening here? And then that manifestation of himself would suddenly transform into a shadowy figure, and I would realize, oh no, and immediately bow on the ground. My lord, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I've done everything that you've asked me to. I have spread your word. I have brought about the glory that is heavy metal to everyone around here. I have spread your glory.
You certainly have. But there's one more thing I need you to do.
And what is that?
He hands you the mirror.
I don't understand.
I need you to join them.
Join who?
All of the people of the city.
To what end?
To show them.
What am I showing them?
Roll an insight check, Izzy.
I'm sorry, my lord. I couldn't quite understand that last bit.
I said roll an insight check, Izzy.
Ah. Yeah, something ironic about that. That'll be a 7.
Oh, that's, you definitely 100% believe it is the real him.
But I thought that it was you told me that it was my job to spread your glory to the world and to bring about.
This is the next place.
So my journey has ended.
Not yet. Yes, Apollo.
Confirming, I'm hearing Izzy's part of the conversation.
Correct.
Okay, just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. While hearing that, and obviously I'll be hearing Zumael having a conversation. Apollo is going to take their drum, or their shield, and remove it, and reveal the full enchanted feature of it, like taking the head of it and then bouncing it down, and this full standing drum, like those bongo drums, forms. And using the hose rope, which is now slightly animated, will help create a chair to put it between their legs, and they'll start just doing a soft rapping beat on it. Do 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 do, and just gonna start making this beat.
Amazing. Winifred, you can tell something is not right with any of the situation you're in right now, but you're not really sure what is wrong.
Mima, you look really different.
I've been here for a while.
Do I hear the drumming?
You don't feel the shaking anymore. You can hear some sort of music. You're not really sure, like, when you can kind of hear just like the sense of music, but you're not really sure what's going on or like where it's coming from or anything.
Cool. So Winifred will be like kind of looking behind Mima, looking under Mima, kind of trying to figure out where it's coming from, feeling a little bit like separating a little bit from this engagement.
And I would like to use one charge of my magic awareness to determine what kind of magic is on them.
Okay. It is some sort of conjuration, you know, transformation spell.
Got it. And it's like on them, right?
It's on the whole room, but you have the feeling that as soon as all of you walked in, it went off.
Got it. So it's the room that has it, and it's where each of us is affected by the room.
Correct.
Perfect. So I'm going to continuously beat on this drum, and I want to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay, you will have to roll.
I also
okay
desperately want to know what Zumail is saying in their sleep.
Yeah, that's well.
I'm like, before I want to know what's going on over there.
Yeah,
I also want to know Zumail's conversation.
While you are doing that, let's go to Zumail.
Zumail's seeing a former mentor of their order, very tall, very large for a human male, bright white hair, manicured, muscular. Calm down. Immediately, Zumail draws their actual physical sword onto the ground and sort of kneels. Master, forgive me, I failed. I don't remember the means of my death, but come to a place that is cast in the shadows and seek guidance.
You have not failed. You have come to the correct place.
I had comrades. Are they safe?
They are safe for now.
I must go to them. They need my help, and I need theirs. What guidance can you provide, Father? Teach me.
This will help. And he hands you one of the mirrors.
Are you certain? I've been sure that they're very dangerous.
Go ahead and roll an insight.
Ooh. Okay. So the natural 17 plus. That's a 26.
He has a grin on his face, and I'm not sure if that's a normal thing for him. But that is what he has in his face right now. And he says, yes, I'm sure.
Thank you for your kind certainness, my master. Zumail will very calmly stand, and then in one motion, lift their sword up to hopefully knock the mirror up out of their grasp so that the mirror starts to cascade up and then shatter somewhere else in the room.
Got it. Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Ooh. 18.
You hit the mirror, and it flies up to the ceiling and hits the ceiling, comes straight back down and shatters across the room. You immediately feel like you're waking up again, but this time gasping and feeling like you were being suffocated.
Looking around, do I see Apollo's drum solo?
Yes, you see everyone. This time, you look in front of you, and there's actually a gnome on the floor in front of you with a mirror in front of his face. And then there's a human on the ground where you can only assume Apollo was. And Apollo is drumming on their drum set.
All of us, our friends, they sleep.
They're stuck. And I hope the music can help.
Don't stop, friend. Play on.
I will roll this. Hopefully, see. You know what? I'll take it. It may be my only one that I'm going to give for this session. The natural 20.
You cast this dispel magic, and it falls like a blanket over the entire room. Energy that is distinctly different than the energy in the room. And it feels like a giant shield coming down on a mirror inside the room. room, and you can feel the dark energy shatter. Winifred and Izzy, you both immediately wake up, clutching your throats and gasping.
Where's the demon?
My lord?
On the
Friends.
ground. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
Friends, you saw something strange, something different. You were asleep. Welcome back.
That was a
Emo
dream?
there.
I'm sorry,
the-
but they weren't.
Not a dream, a reflection of what they want you to see.
On the ground in front of you, Winifred, is a goblin with a mirror in front of their face. And on the ground in front of you, Izzy is an elf with a mirror in front of their face. None of which fit the description of what you had previously seen.
That makes far more sense. My lord knows I'm way too important to end things right now. I can't believe I'd let him sucker me like that.
That's the darkness of this place. It wants people to follow. It wants people to give up their souls and their creativity for whatever unreasonable ends this false princess has. But that's why we are here, and we are together to undo this curse.
Why is she scared?
Scared.
The creativity that people have, it makes her scared because she's sad, lonely, and entertainment makes people happy, and she doesn't know how to be happy anymore.
And as you say that, you hear the most maniacal laughter coming from all rounds of the building.
You sound pretty happy to me.
Is that also part of my? You can all hear that?
Unfortunately, yes, and Sumel's hands just fill up with light. Just to
And
look at.
then you blink, and your eyes open, and you are now inside this very bright white room
Ah!
with a very long table in front of you with all types of food that you can imagine.
Food!
Wait, friends, please.
But
And every type of drink, alcohol or otherwise, that you can imagine is just, they have like, you know how you could go up and you could pull the lever and it'll come out? It has that all along the wall.
it's been 15 minutes since my last hell kick. I'm starving.
But
I've
we can't.
never had alcohol before.
I can barely imagine that we'll have a drink to celebrate our success, deal with the false creature that has
Ah.
brought us here.
That is so tempting. I will say I do not keep that stuff down well.
A surprise.
You are
We'll
welcome to
discuss
have
later.
it. And you
I'd
hear a familiar female voice. And sitting in front of at the end of the table, the head of the table, is a giant red throne and a woman sitting and staring at you.
Do we recognize them?
That was gonna be my question.
You recognize the voice, but you don't really recognize her.
Is she
How
the
long
same
is this table?
from the? Is she the same vision from the carving? Sorry. Or-
Correct. Yes.
Right.
It's as long as you want it to be.
I want it to be 10 feet long.
Sure, it looks 10 feet long.
That's
So that makes
oddly
her,
specific.
what, 10, 20, 30 feet from me?
Yeah, you're probably right around 25 feet from her.
So what I'm hearing is, with a powerful leap, my fist can reach her face.
Theoretically, sure.
Can
From the
I see
words of the
Apollo
scientific-
changing colors and preparing to do this?
Yes, you would see Apollo's fur is a bright, almost blood red.
That's
I
that.
cast Calm Emotions. That
It's a wisdom save for me, right?
Correct.
is it wisdom? I think it might be wisdom. Yeah.
I think it is.
I have so many spells. Must find. There it is. It's charisma.
Oh.
Yes, because it's subsuming your personality. Yes, not your
Yeah.
willpower.
That's fair.
Oh no.
16.
My DC is 17.
All right, so Apollo's fur does go like this crimson red as you can see the muscles tense and they coil as they get into a crouched position, and then slowly it starts dissipating from the dark red to this more of a pink tone.
Look at you, Apollo. Deep breaths. We did it. Okay. I think maybe what if we try talking to the mean lady who pretended to be my Mima, and I showed her all my skulls and bones, and I'm a little irritated about it.
I did
and
not
then-
pretend to be your Mima.
Yeah, you did.
I was
Not
not
talking
there.
to you. I turn back to Apollo and I turn my back straight to this woman, like full force. And I go,
Why don't we try to talk to her, and then you can punch the living crap out of her right after? Does that sound good?
Oh,
No, no,
okay.
it really doesn't.
I'm not talking to
You-
you.
I'll wait.
We will let
Okay.
you know when you may punch, Apollo, and we encourage your punching greatly.
Really?
Yes, we do. But we are reasonable. We have a conscience to our name, and we are very much eager to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, so speak.
We're also eager to punch, so make sure that you say what we want to hear.
Well said.
and then I keep like I get permission first from Apollo before I give scritches.
Apollo like leans their head like an angle so your hand can reach, kind of getting
And then
lower
I-
to the ground.
Give scritches. And then point at her and go, speak.
It's great to have you all here.
Well,
are
it's not
here.
great to be here, so I mean,
My subjects did not bring you here, so we will have to figure that out. But I'm glad you made it your way here.
I think some of them might have taken an unexpected flight.
Oh, that's fair enough.
We kicked him.
Good for you. They probably deserved it.
Very compassionate thing for a ruler to say.
I don't have much in the ways of compassion.
So what are your
Yes.
strengths?
Clearly, what do you want?
I want you to join me, of course.
Everyone seems to want us to join. Is this a cult? Have we joined a cult?
It feels like a cult, doesn't it?
It's certainly not a cult. But
What is it?
It's a kingdom, of course.
Ah, so we'd be the rulers? We accept.
You wouldn't be the rulers. You would be my right hand group, my enforcers.
Mm-hmm. To do what exactly?
To help me keep all of the people in line and make sure that they're getting to the right places.
Which would be where?
She just smiles and looks back at Izzy. I can see you would be a great one for this job.
And what would you expect from us in return for this supposed generous offer?
Well, I wouldn't really expect anything other than your help, of course.
Yes, you seem to be vague on the details as to what this help entails.
Like I said, you'd be the enforcers. So if something did not go the way it was supposed to, you would be the ones who enforced the rules.
Okay, and what would it be? What's the way it's supposed to?
Well, if people try and leave, or if they break any of the rules, I'm not getting what you're not getting.
Well, we are a very enthusiastic group who loves being able to imbibe ourselves in our creativity. And it seems like you have a very rigid and very specific agenda to attend to here, and we're not quite sure what that entails. We seem to be enforcing, but we don't know what. We are keeping people from leaving, but not really explained why.
I could give you each a stage of your own, with it named after you. And many, many people would come from all over to see you play.
Joke's
Okay,
on
you're
you,
catching
I'm
my
not very
attention.
good at singing.
Would they
I
come
can
to
help you
see
with
us
that
because
too.
would they come to see us because they want to, or because you instructed that they do so?
Well, because they want to, of course. Once they go below, they can do as much creative things as they want.
Never-ending supply of fans is an appealing offer.
They would come from all over the nine hells.
So is that what you are? A Condemner of Souls?
That's not a very great term. I don't like that term.
How would you label yourself then?
I am merely getting more subjects for my father and I.
Your father.
Yes.
There's more than one of you?
There are, yes, of course.
I scritch Apollo and reach over for a cupcake.
And for the wouldn't.
It looks
Drop it.
exactly like the hell cakes that you had earlier.
I am sad that I dropped it and I reach for another one.
Apollo just kind of smacks your hand.
It's safe. Don't smack it away from her.
Forgive us if we do not exactly trust you or your intentions.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt anyone.
So where's your dad?
He's down there. She points down to the floor where you can see again the fourth layer of hell.
Is it lava-y or cold?
You're right in the middle of the two. So a little bit of both.
Oh.
Is your dad Cake?
I don't know who this cake you refer of is, but no. He's not here. So I very much doubt that you have met him.
We've met a lot of people. Are you entirely sure of that?
He's not up here. I can tell you that for sure. And he doesn't really travel much. Unless it's to any of the other nine hells.
Okay, so more of a homebody. And which of these realms would you say they tend to occupy the most?
Mostly his own. Or our own.
You are so good at dodging questions. All right, well,
Apollo
here's a pretty
scratches.
straightforward one then. Let's see we take you up on your offer of becoming your lackeys, your enforcers. What exactly would that... How would we go about doing this exactly? What would we have to do in order to take up this role?
You would have to go between here and there, and you would get jobs. So if somebody tried to leave or escaped, then you would be in charge of going to get them and bringing them back, especially down there. Because we can't have people escaping. But you know, a lot of your time would be spent preparing for concerts and autograph signings.
So you say that you seem to be having a regular issue of people escaping from down there?
Yes, well, I think you can imagine that people aren't very happy if they're condemned, as you called it, to hell.
Hmm. So what I'm hearing is that down there isn't the end. That it is possible to escape.
Yes, it is. Very much not encouraged, though. There are plenty of punishments for those who do try and escape, though. But you wouldn't have to be in charge of that at first if you didn't want to be.
Oh, there are punishments now. What kind of punishments are we talking?
Depends on the crime.
I should note that calm emotions has definitely worn off by now, Apollo, just in case it's relevant.
Oh. So Apollo will start scratching at their chest as the paint does start turning red, and will start to emit this like soft black glow around their body.
I don't think your friend is doing very well over there.
I think they're serving just fine.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Apollo's muscle mass will start to grow.
A final question, because I feel that this conversation may end depending on our friend's activity.
Scritch, scritch!
If we were to accept your offer, what happens to the people in this glass city?
They would come down with you.
Oh.
Incorrect answer, Apollo. Do what you must.
Apollo leaps full force and delivers a punch of 10,000 suns.
Of 10,000 suns.
Apollo ahoy!
I need you, before you can do so, to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Consider the Zumail saying, Apollo, do what you must as your as a hit of bardic inspiration.
Wait, can my Apollo ahoy be a guidance then?
Sure.
Yeah.
4.
So guidance is so I kind of like during the scritches is when I gave it to you, because that's you have to touch a willing creature. So it's an extra D4.
Yep, and the body inspiration is a D10.
I'm scared. I feel like I should use the bardic inspiration, but I feel like maybe this might be enough.
Trust yourself.
Mm-hmm.
22.
Okay. That is exactly enough. So basically, she looks at you, and you can feel your fur start to set on fire. And then you make your wisdom saving throw. She grins. Then she teleports. And you land inside the throne. Now, I'm just trying to be nice. I have the perfect hospitality. I have all of your favorite foods and drinks and everything. And, all I'm trying to do is to bring more people to have subjects so that we can have a better place.
I have to wonder, what happened to your last enforcers? Because there's no way we're the first you've asked.
Well, you're the first that I've asked through this. I have others, but they're not I think you met some of them in the castle. They're not the most intelligent of things.
In
Tell
all
her where I
honesty,
can
it's-
see her.
What?
Is she speaking intangibly, or can I visually see her where she
You can-
teleported?
You can visually see her. She teleported basically to the other head of the tables.
Wait, so
I'll
like
probably
right by
leave
the
her.
rest of us?
Apollo let her get 2 sentences in. He's leaping again.
Okay.
While Apollo's in the air, Janelle was going to quickly say, to be perfectly honest, Izzy, we were taken from the caravan and placed in the caravan very quickly after our untimely deaths. Our being recruited as an enforcer was an afterthought to this entity. I don't take this word, and I don't think you should either. And then Apollo continues to go more.
Picture the beastly pharaoh Apollo running across his table while I was like, yeah, so as I was thinking, you know.
Yeah.
So you will be able to get an attack in, Apollo. However, she says right before you attack her, speaking of which, if you really want it, I could give you your memories back. Then she goes, oh, from getting hit by Apollo.
Just like that too.
She sits there very proud of herself, and then she gets whacked.
So first, my attack. And everything's reckless.
Yes.
And I'm ready. That is a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
I like this idea that everyone's kind of having this conversation and then Apollo's just flying around the room, running into things.
With, like,
As is their
zoomies.
way. Oh, zoomies.
Plus 2, so wow, 15 points of magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
Bonus action, Shield Master. I'm gonna knock
Great.
her prone.
Okay. Does she get a save for that?
It's a contested athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. She's definitely going to use athletics.
Okay, she has to beat a 28.
She crit and got a 28.
If I'm correct, technically, Bardic Inspiration applies to ability checks, and this is an athletic check.
Yeah,
Applies to-
it
yeah.
applies to any D20 rolls.
Yes.
So
Oh, and you didn't use it.
Nope.
I did, and I used guidance. So
Yep.
that's funny enough. That's a 29. I literally rolled a 1, but all I needed was a 1.
Correct. Okay.
And I'd like to use my second attack per turn to then grapple her
Okay.
while she's prone.
So that's another contested?
Yep, another contested.
Can I assist by shooting some spider webs to help? Like pew pew.
Yes, after the fact. If they get her grappled, then yes, you can keep her down. But you wouldn't have known that they were going to grapple them.
Oh, okay, got it. All right.
Plus my bolster, that's a 27.
Okay, she did not get a 27. So you have her grappled.
While this is happening, after hearing about memories being restored, Izzy is going to have a very rare moment of cognizance and ponder that for a moment and turn to Zumael. My fiery friend, do you remember how you died?
Unfortunately not. I was discontent in my monastery life, singing some hymns, darkness, haze, here with you people. The curiosity does get at me.
You hear from under Apollo, I could help with that.
Your opinion was not asked for.
And Apollo moves their hand to the throat. No speak, no magic.
Winifred, do you remember how you died?
as she swallows a cupcake real quick that she snuck while everybody was busy.
Nope. Nope. Sometimes I still forget that I'm dead.
It's reasonable to that.
Apollo, I know you got your hands full there, but and you're probably not in the most conversational mood, but do you remember anything?
As Apollo's is like crouched on top of her, looks back, looks down. No. And if I can, I'd like to punch her again because of my confusion.
Yes,
Apollo's
you
just wailing
can.
on them while we're just having a
Yes.
casual
You
conversation.
just punching.
Like Apollo's like punching, and everybody
And
else.
I won't even actually do a full attack. I do have the ability that at the start of my turns, I can just deal 1d4 bludgeoning damage as long as
Perfect.
it's grappled.
Perfect.
So it'll just be 1d4 plus my boost. So they're just gonna take 5, just 5.
Okay.
100. It's only 100 sun damage. It's very light.
It's only 100. Okay, got it. Why don't I mean, I know Apollo wants to. Does everyone else want to roll initiative?
I feel like Izzy's gonna say something about like the memories thing. So there's like maybe a train of thought there. Less if anyone wants to want to explore that still, or if we're just gonna fly in. Was Izzy gonna say some more stuff about memories?
I don't remember how we met our end, and I just find that rather confusing. I know there's no way that I could have done anything that would have put myself in a situation to have met my untimely demise, because I do everything absolutely safely. But I'm lost. I don't understand.
Since when?
Since always, apparently.
Well, the good news is that our friend here has revealed that apparently even our second end is not truly the end. So may as well go down fighting. And Izzy's going to reach into his pack, pull out that red cloak that he had acquired earlier, and throw it on, and spikes will protrude right through it, because why not? Just for the occasion.
Fair. She says, and even if you try and kill me, this isn't coming from her, Apollo. You still have your hand over her mouth. Coming from the castle itself. Even if you still kill me, I will still be there. I was blessed by the 9 hells to be the ruler with my father of Plethlagos.
Oh, you aren't going to die.
Did that come from the walls?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Also, nothing happened to you
Eating the
Winifred,
cupcake?
when you ate the cupcake.
That's good to know.
Excellent. Winifred is very
Like I'm yeah. Well, this is very serial.
just like stuffing her face while like focusing on the conversation, but definitely forgetting what they were doing.
Got it. Okay. So why don't we go ahead and roll initiative? Because I feel like at this point, that's going to be the answer. So 20 to 25.
25.
You're funny.
Nice. Nice.
You got a 25? Oh my
I got a
gosh.
25.
Must be nice.
Normally like third on the list.
Must
so
be
this is
nice. It
It
must be nice.
15 to
roll a
20.
25.
It's Winifred with the 17 by the looks of it.
Oh wait, what? Yep. No, Winifred in Winifred style. Forgot what we were doing. 17.
Yes, perfect. Okay. 10 to 15.
11.
Okay. And what did you get, Joelle?
9.
Nice.
Did you roll for initiative? 9.
Yeah. 9.
Let's see. I don't remember what her initiative bonus is.
Minus 12. She'll go last forever.
No, she got a 26.
Joy.
So
Welcome to try.
this is what she's going to do. She is going to first need Apollo to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is she casting a spell?
No, she's
Okay.
touching you.
Got it. Because she's casting a spell, I have a feature. But if she's just touching me. Okay. Con. Ooh, that's 17.
That does not make it, unfortunately. You are going to take 20 necrotic damage.
Pardon? What?
Oh no.
That's fair. I deserve that.
And be deafened. And apparently mute.
Say no. Wrong.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm deafened for like a minute type thing.
Yes.
Who needs
And
to be
you-
able to hear?
You can make saving throws at the end of each of your turns. But you know. Also, there was a choice between deafened and blinded, and I rolled. And you were almost very blind.
You know, honestly, being blind is not that bad when I'm holding on to what I'm punching.
Fair. Okay. And then she is going to do. Can I do that? She's gonna hit you with her flail. Okay. Does a 26 hit you?
Oh no, we can't hear you again.
Oh, yeah. That
You're back.
Okay. And then does a 24 hit you?
Yeah, I guess that hits too.
Okay. All right. Cool.
She hits really hard, guys.
Yeah. Sounds
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. So
That sounds painful.
yeah, it's 15 damage. For actually, I'm sorry. No. 25 damage for both of them.
So all together or 25 each?
Correct. Altogether.
Got it.
I will point out, if you are raging, it is piercing damage.
I did not get a chance to activate my rage.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was what you growing was. Were you
I
raging or
activated
not?
my shifter feature instead.
Got it. Okay. Well, on the good side, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to rage.
Fair.
Arr.
Wild magic.
Wild magic.
Wild.
I love wild magic.
It's magic, but wild. Wait.
Whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before my rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution.
Got it. That's actually pretty nice because she doesn't have any resistances to force damage.
Good, because I'm about to punch her with the force of 10,000 suns with my anime fire hose fist.
Have we upgraded
Oh.
from moons? Is that what's happening here?
Currently, yes.
Oh yeah.
Suns are
now-
way worse.
And now I'm going to do what one would do, and I'm going to punch using the force of my 10,000 moons.
Okay. All
Along
right.
with my 10,000 suns. This is the Eclipse Punch. It's a 27
Oh.
to hit.
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so that first punch is going to be 12 points of magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
And out of curiosity, since my animated weapon is attached to my fist and it technically does some force damage, can that be added to mine, or do I have to do that separately since I'm punching with it?
You can do it as it. So it'll be one action. So you can punch with it.
So I'll save that for the hyper punches when I need it. So my second regular magical punch is 25 to hit
Yes.
for 10 points of magical thousand suns and moons punches.
Amazing.
I already have my bolster magic. I already raged. I already shifted. I used all my action accounting for this. Yes. So, and I'm just gonna keep her held down.
Great. Fantastic. As a legendary action, she is going to then wink at you, Apollo, and teleport back to her throne.
How?
Very rude.
And that means it is Winifred's turn.
So to clarify, we are definitely out of discussion mode and into
I mean, you don't have to be.
punching to a pulp mode.
You don't
right?
have to be.
I
You
am going
certainly
to
do not have to be.
look at the party and I'm going to say, prepare the fire hose. And then I'm going to shoot spider webs to trap her into her chair. That is a dexterity save for her.
How about a 25?
So I jump on the table, knocking food off. Prepare the fire hose! Ah! And I'm gonna shoot my webs out, and I'm gonna slip on a cupcake, and I'm gonna straight up like spin out of control, fall on my back, like right into a cake, like shoot my spider web at the ceiling, all like, ah! And I am now covered in frosting. And I was very unsuccessful.
Not a bad way to be, but sure.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Great. Sounds like a plan. Then she I need Izzy, please make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, goody. That will be a 18.
All right, you will just barely make it.
Oh, good. Oh,
But
good,
you
oh, good.
you feel like your skin is being set on fire.
That's a typical Wednesday for me, but
yes, but this time it feels real until about 2 seconds later when you manage to shake it off.
That doesn't normally hurt like that. That doesn't feel so good.
Okay. Then it is Izzy. It is your turn.
Well, you try to set me on fire and you try to destroy my drummer. I don't appreciate that. Two can play this game, and I'm going to pull out my mighty axe, give it a spin that should not be physically possible with a great axe of this size, and I'm going to start strumming on it. When the light begins to change, I sometimes feel a little strange, a little anxious when it's dark. Fear of the dark. And as I start saying those lyrics, a ghostly manifestation is going to start emanating from my axe with a giant scythe, and it's going to start floating on towards our friend here. They need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let's find out. $23.
Yikes. So this usually works. It didn't quite go so well. And the manifestation will just poof into nothing. Well, that was anticlimactic. So in the meanwhile, bam, 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 bam. Apollo, give him what for? And I'll give Apollo a bardic inspiration.
Excellent.
Great. Fantastic. Zumael, it is your turn.
Seeing them reclined in the throne, so calm and like chill, comparable to the face punching that's been delivered unto them, Zumail will feel no regret and say, "Behold the divine power of the sun as you go back to the hell place from whence you came, and cast a use their only 6th level slot to cast a 6th level dawn. They must make a Constitution save." Actually, it doesn't scale up with levels, so it's just going to be a regular old dawn.
Constitution, you said?
That's right.
It is only an 18.
Okay, well, they do make the save, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. I'm sorry. They have really good saving throw stuff.
Or a powerful endgame boss battle having
That never
good
happens.
stats. That never happened. Spell effect. Oh, this is good damage as well. Man. They take half of 19 radiant.
Okay.
They take 9 radiant.
I round up, so we'll take 10.
Okay, sure.
Oh, what a nice DM.
Good, very
need
nice
it.
DM.
Yeah. I don't know if do any of you have healing potions? Did I give you healing potions during this?
I have one that you gave us that I know you gave me.
One.
Okay.
I have alchemist supplies. Oh, I have a potion of healing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should all have at least one of superior.
Yes. I do count healing potions as bonus actions.
Oh,
yeah.
So it is if that comes up, I will point that out. Okay.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, you're gonna die.
So when DM reminds you of healing opportunities, you know you're in trouble.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I am then going to I need all of you to make me dexterity saving throws.
Yay.
I'm good at those.
Natural 20.
Can I see?
Oh, wait, dexterity saving throw? Got it. Dun, dun, dun. I'm already on my back.
What did you get, Izzy?
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Natural 1. Oh no.
No.
I'm in danger.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, you said, Apollo?
Yeah, dirty 20.
Okay. And Winifred?
Winifred got a 9.
Okay, so Winifred and Izzy, you will take all of this, and Zumael and Apollo, you will take half. She smiles at all of you, and then is going to like play with something in her palm, and then chuck it at you, and there's this little tiny bead of light.
Oh, it's shiny!
No.
I jumped towards it.
Right next to you, Winifred.
I got it!
And explodes.
My shield master reaction to evade.
Yes.
If I succeed a dexterity saving throw, I take 0 damage.
Yes. That was fair.
You roguelike you.
I'm the most roguish barbarian you'll ever meet. have took a few levels of paladin, so I can also smite with these beats.
36 for the fireball.
36.
So Izzy and Winifred
36. Oh no. Oh my. Oh, what?
and Casual, you will take none because you evaded. And Zumael, you will take half.
Yes, I'll take 18.
Correct.
As a reaction,
I
I poof and I go invisible and occupy a space I can see within 30 feet.
Okay. You can absolutely do that.
So reasonably thinking, we all think there's Winfred's just been incinerated.
I also have this
Yes.
painful inclining that this woman also can see invisibility. I don't know why. I've
Wait,
never
she
met
can
any
see
Izzy.
invisibility? Oh no.
I just have
We
that
don't know that.
fear.
We don't
I
know
have
that.
fear.
Oh no.
Casual thinks that. We don't know that.
Yeah, Casual has that paranoia now.
Well, I am do I probably have to tell you where I am? Do I have to? Can I pull a reverse DM? You don't know where I am.
No, you cannot do that.
Oh, okay.
But
I'm going to. Oh yes,
but she does not know you are, and I will play as if I do not know you where you are.
And we will think you've been turned to ash.
Yes.
I am
yes.
gonna be right next to her, like inches away, invisible, angry, and covered in cake.
I just came to the realization that I have a reaction that I can do. Is it too late at this point?
Nope. Still part of that action. So go right ahead.
Cool. So realizing that Izzy is not as fireproof as they initially thought, they suddenly came back to a memory of one of the things that the Prince of Darkness taught them, and are going to take in a deep breath as the fireball approaches them, and Izzy is going to absorb some of this fire using absorb elements.
Absolutely, you can.
Oh yeah.
So you will only
Well,
take half of what that is, so 18.
Every spell cast.
And after absorbing that, Izzy's eyes are going to start glowing with a bit of a orange, fiery red.
In your head, Winifred, you're going to hear, I can smell you, little one.
Oh no.
Why don't you come out and play?
I try really hard not to giggle or anything because I'm really close to her.
I'm sure your grandmother would love to see you.
And then Winifred, being Winifred, is gonna go, are you talking about my grandmother or are you talking about like me, Ma?
There you are. And I was talking about your grandmother.
You don't know her. She's way cooler than you.
Oh, I certainly do know her.
You know grandmother?
I do.
I drop invisibility.
Too bad you didn't help me.
Wait! Just, like, how do you know her?
I can't tell you that now.
Like, have you gotten to see her?
Yes.
Like, her face?
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna be so offended.
She won't even let me see her face.
Also, when is it my turn?
It's Apollo's turn and then yours.
Dang it! I'm gonna hold that sentence as I say it while Apollo takes their turn.
Yeah, because Apollo is jumping across that distance with blustering speed, and I'm gonna try something different. I'm going to instead try and punch her in the other side of her face.
Okay.
Yes. We're gonna just keep punching. Like I'm casting a 3rd level throw hands.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah. And you know how I do crits, don't you?
I don't. Oh, what was crits? Oh,
Crits was you do full damage on the first dice, and then you roll it again.
juicy. Oh, that's real good. Something that's a
Juicy is a good way to describe that.
Juicy indeed.
that's going to be 24 magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
Second attack,
Mm-hmm.
a 21 to hit.
Yes. Exactly.
That is going to be 11 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
Bonus action, Bardic Inspiration, the fire hose. And as part of that bonus action, the fire hose is going to smack her in the other side of her face.
How many sides to her face does she have?
However many sides it takes
On
to
the
remove.
other side.
At least one more. Always at least one more.
Like a Madonna video.
Right. 28 does hit. No, I can't hear you.
Dealing 11 points of force damage.
Okay.
And I need a con save. I
Yeah,
doubt
she
she's
better do a
gonna
con
fail.
save.
Is it magical?
Is it? Let me read that. Let me make sure.
Because I'm really wishing I didn't take away the legendary resistance for this creature.
The target and each creature which first succeed must succeed a con saving throw or take. I mean, it's an explosion of the bardic.
Are
Inspiration
you
explodes.
casting a spell?
Oh, casting? No, the bardic inspiration just explodes. So it's
Bardic
not- yeah,
Inspiration isn't a spell.
It's not. It's
How
not.
about a
It's a-
10?
It's a class feature.
Oh,
Yep.
a 10 that fails.
I rolled
so,
a natural 1.
yes. So
It's
she's also
about
going to
time.
take 8 points of thunder damage,
Okay.
and her speed is reduced by 10. I mean, it doesn't matter. She can teleport, but I mean, whatever.
I mean, she also has a fly speed of 150. So
First off, that's the end of my turn. Fly speed of 150. Dear God. Minus 10 means nothing to that.
no, she has a fly speed of 140.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Ruh-roh.
The first worldiest of problems.
The fourth layer of hell problems.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's all my action economy. I've got nothing else.
Okay, sounds good. That means it is Winifred's turn.
Well,
She now knows where you are.
You had that sentence fresh in your brain space.
Yup. Winifred is very angry and is 100% convinced that she is lying about having met grandmother. And so she is going to throw a flaming skull at her, as in she's going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
Oh my god. Not okay. So 13. So Winifred is gonna be like, "You're a liar. I've never met grandmother, and my moms have never met grandmother, and we've been working with her for generations, and you're lying to make me mad." And then I'm gonna like conjure my flaming skull to throw it at her, and I'm just gonna like it's just gonna like go over her head, and I'm like, "Ah!"
I will say at tier 3, you get 3 Eldritch Blasts.
All with 3 different.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I- yeah.
Like 3 in a turn.
Yes.
They all have 3 separate attack rolls. Yep.
yeah. Eldritch Blast is
So
3
3 of
attack
these
rolls.
fire skulls are going at them.
So I
Yeah.
get to
You have
roll
for
3
each one,
attacks.
though.
Yes, you do.
Correct. Yes.
Oh my Godric. I did not know that. This is my first warlock. I love it.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, Eldritch Blast is amazing. It scales like extra attack up to 4.
Yeah. They're
Yeah,
16
fantastic.
on the
16
second one.
does not hit.
And 15 on the third one.
Unfortunately, no.
So I'm just
Narrative doesn't count.
just throwing these flaming skulls all over the place, and then I calm down for a second, and then I go, and gonna take a bonus action, and I'm going to does Bardic Inspiration's only for one person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one person. So whoever's next, I think Izzy, you're next.
That is
Yes.
correct.
I turn to you and I just go, la 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 la, Winifred, and I throw Bardic Inspiration at Izzy.
I love that. Like it's that bottle of water that you're spilling.
Just kick the crap out of her. She's so mean.
Explicit the narrative of this little goblin who's literally standing next to a demon-like being missing a blast at point blank range.
Yeah.
Missing 3 blasts.
All the while standing on the edge of like this giant column of like searing white hot sunlight as well. You totally feel damage better, Will.
Yes. Okay. Sounds great. Izzy, your turn.
That's right, Winifred, give him what for. I got more where that came from. Ah! And as I start strumming, not all too different from the skull that Winifred had described earlier, a giant skull is going to start manifesting itself with giant green flames forming out of the eyes. It is going to open its jaw, and from out of it are going to shoot 3 more skulls that are going to blast their way on over to our friend over there. I'm also casting Eldritch Blast.
Love
the
it.
Metalist Eldritch Blast.
And I am actually going to use that lovely inspiration that Winifred gave me on one of them, because I don't think one of them will hit. Let's see. So, okay, there we go. So with the inspiration, that'll be a 21, a 26, and a 23.
All 3 will hit.
Yes!
What? Everyone's rolling so good.
If you didn't give me that
Except me.
inspiration, it would have missed. Okay.
I have an
Come on
insane
now,
modifier for
dice, don't
punching.
fail me now. That will be 11, 21 plus 12 is going to be 33 force damage from these 3 flaming skulls that just blast their way into our foe.
Okay. Youch.
And with that, I'm going to do one last little pow as an epic power chord finale to give my good friend Zumael a bardic inspiration.
I feel inspired. I feel very inspired.
It's just, oh, who's next? They're gonna get a bardic inspiration. Oh,
Pretty
who's
much.
next? They're gonna get a bardic.
Insert obligatory gifts of Oprah.
Right. You get an inspiration.
We are a
You get an
party of bards.
inspiration.
Yeah, we are a body.
A party? Come on,
Anyway.
Barney, let's go party.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're gonna be staying alive after this.
No, staying alive as Bee Gees. We were singing Aqua. It's fine.
And it was precisely at that time that the party TPK'd.
Okay, go ahead, Zumael.
Sure. Doing their utmost to just keep the cone of sunlight on them. They will draw the zenith blade and just let it sail out going towards them. Not sure if both of these require concentration. I really hope not. I think they do. Spirit weapon does not. Okay, so the spiritual weapon is just going to persist and then keep swiping. So for it's a bonus to cast it and then the action to do its initial swipe. So that's just pretty much going to be my entire turn. Thank you for making me feel so inspired. Okay, that actually matters. Spell attack. Air. 20, dirty is 20.
Yes. 20 is their AC.
Or we've cracked the code. Okay, so yes, it actually hits. I'm going to do some ball math. I'm actually going to cast this at 4th level. Should have said that earlier, but that's all good. So that's going to be, mm, yeah. So that's going to be 3d8, 3d8 radiant, 12 radiant.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. Do we want to do anything with the dawn cone? I forgot it, so we should just let it go. But like that, we can things. Cool. That's my turn.
All right.
Wait, what?
Apollo, someone seems to have cast silence on you.
Oh no! What?
You're back.
There we are.
Comes and goes.
You
Really
keep
strange.
going in and out of being able to.
I think it's your microphone when you get too far away from it.
Yeah, I think its sensitivity is adjusted, and I didn't tell it to. I own you. Listen to me.
Okay. Anyway, it is her turn. And Winifred, you are standing directly next to her.
I sure am.
Please roll me a d6.
Oh boy, a d6. Oh no.
Makes me nervous.
Everything's
Okay.
fine.
It's gonna be bad, whatever it is. Here we go. Oh, I get a 6 on that. Okay. You got a 6.
Fantastic. Her horrid gaze is recharged.
Damn.
I like to make the
Damn.
players roll the
Roll
recharge
recharge
dice.
That's cool.
Oh, so I just rolled really well and it was bad for us.
Correct.
You rolled really well for them.
You know you're on our
Ruh-roh.
team, not the DM's team, right?
Can
Well,
you please roll me a Constitution saving throw?
me?
Yes.
Okay. 13.
Unfortunately, that does not make it. And you are going to take 20 necrotic damage, and you are blinded for 1 minute.
Ah! Are we doing that thing again? I can't see.
She is then going to teleport over to you, Zumael, and is going to attack you twice with her flail.
Yay. These are most definitely both going to hit. All right. I
Maybe not.
Zumael's prepared. Zumael's prepared. Adam is squishy.
16.
Hits.
Okay, then both of them hit.
Yes.
Yikes. All right, so that is 25 damage.
Total for
between
both
the
attacks?
two. Yes.
Okay. That is a lot, but acceptable.
Hard to be the party's tank when this freaker keeps teleporting away from me.
It's kind of the point. And that is the end of her turn. Apollo, it is your turn.
Like we already know how this goes down. I'm gonna move the distance and we're gonna punch a side of this face.
Are you gonna go the distance?
They are on their way. They will go the distance.
So here we go. Super punches.
Super punches.
Reckless as always, because I only do things recklessly.
No.
So it's a 27 first
Yes.
punch.
Yes. If I said no,
Is-
then you would be running right now.
You say no, I'm leaving. It's a natural 20 for the second punch.
Nice.
And just to do all the damage altogether. So let me do the damage now since it's going to get complicated. So
Yeah, because you have the full damage for the crit.
so it's going to be 8, 4, 12, 5, 7, 21 magical bludgeoning for the critical hit punch. The non-critical is 11 magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then Bardic Inspiration on my fire hose for it to now attack.
Mm-hmm.
it's going to use that bardic inspiration immediately. That's 22 to hit.
Yeah.
That is going to be plus 7. Make sure that is 16 force.
Okay.
And I need a con save. That sounds like it was a 1. It hit the ground. Floor is lava.
No, actually, I re-rolled and it was a 19, so 28.
Yeah, sure. Okay, she's fine. Yeah, she's fine. She's cool. Whatever.
She's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, she's fine. That's all Apollo got.
Okay. No idea where that went.
Apollo's a very simple creature.
Yeah. Before we go on, I gotta
Nice.
check. Before we go on, I gotta check the concentration on my dawn. So, what was each damage? It was 25
It
total.
was a 25 total, so it was 13 on one and 12 on the other.
Rolling with advantage because Warcaster and upon the first hit of the flail, you see the golem of sunlight slowly melt away into the rest of the room. Unfortunately.
Oh, damn.
Oh, dang it. Okay. Sounds like a plan. Winifred, it is your turn. You have just been wailed upon and are now blind.
I
Okay,
take my hand, I go like this, and I cast Lesser Restoration.
And I am no longer blinded.
Okay.
And then I march on over and I go,
Well, I can't do much else, but I can't do this. La 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 la, Winifred.
and then I'm going to give you inspiration again, Izzy, since you go right after me. And that's my whole turn.
Oh, golly.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Our foe is currently surrounded by an Apollo and a Winifred, yes?
Technically,
Uh,
Sumail.
And Azumail, yes.
And Azuma. Oh, they're all there. Wonderful. Boy. Yep, desperate times call for desperate measures. I am going to attempt to find a point within a 20-foot radius that would only hit the target and not them.
Or the target and Apollo.
Is that possible?
You could find one that hits the target and Apollo, but not no one.
All right, then here's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna first of all take a quick strum, and that's gonna start resonating. And Apollo is going to the resonance is going to carry on over to Apollo so that you feel it. You might not hear it, but you can still feel it. And that's gonna be my bardic inspiration to Apollo, because I am sorry for what's coming. And that resonance is going to start vibrating louder and louder as Izzy reaches down to the bottom blade of the axe and starts turning a gemstone that starts increasing the volume until it starts cackling and cackling until it finally blasts and manifests the explosion. At that point, I need Apollo and our foe to make an intelligence saving throw.
Apollo dumb.
Well,
Apollo real dumb.
Just so you know,
Apollo.
we couldn't hear anything you were saying until that sentence.
That's all I said. Apollo real dumb.
Oh, okay, got it.
Apollo, no, dude, the big brain plays.
I keep reading because it's coming through on the subtitles. So I keep reading the
Oh.
subtitles that are on the.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
That's how I
yeah.
keep answering them when they're not. You can't hear them.
Your bardic inspiration's a D8, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Apollo Big Dumb.
Oh no.
Apollo got a 14.
Oh,
I'm gonna
that's
do the big brain
unfortunately
face.
not successful.
On the bright side, the lady got a 15.
That is also not successful.
Nice.
So those who were unsuccessful are going to take 37 psychic damage
Ooh.
from a.
Wait, this is everybody in the same general area?
That was just Apollo and our foe. Y'all were clear from
Okay.
it, fortunately. As just this static energy just encircles and imbues you. And now, since you have failed, on your at this time, roll a. Oh, hang on. Oh, you have muddled thoughts for a minute. So when you make a attack roll or an ability check, and when you make an attack roll and ability check, you have to roll a d6 and subtract that number.
That does not really apply here.
Unfortunate.
Only because her brain exploded.
Oh, okay.
That was enough.
Right.
Wait,
She
What?
turned into orange goo. We fought so hard we actually did the thing. Why are we surprised?
wait, she died?
We beat the big bad.
This
We've been
body
fighting for a
died, but
while.
yes.
I was not expecting this.
Hooray! That was exactly what I meant to do.
And as
Plan
soon
is
as
going
you
according to plan.
as soon as you do that, the whole castle starts shaking. And you
We need to
hear
leave.
the sound of shattering glass all around you.
Still raged, still shifted. I am going to cast Long Strider. Now my speed plus the animate is at a 60 right now.
Uh-huh.
I am going to scoop Winifred, grab Zumael, and kind of shoulder chuck at Izzy. So Izzy knows to grab on.
Wow!
And going full bestial sprint.
You full bestial sprint outside of this castle.
I would like to do something as well if there's time for me to do so.
Yeah, absolutely.
As I grab on to my good friend Apollo, I'm going to whisper the words, "Be free, run with the speed of light," and cast freedom of movement on my bestial friend.
Amazing. So with Longstrider and freedom of movement, Apollo is just busting tail out of this city. And as you're running outside, you can see the people in the city are now, like, you can see their souls leaving the city.
Are they going up or down?
A mixture of, like, they're going all over the place. A couple of them are going up, a couple of them are going down, some of them are going to other directions. So you imagine that this is probably where they're supposed to be going, rather than immediately going down.
Yeah, some people were supposed to go down there anyway, you know.
Correct.
Yep.
And as soon as you burst out of the doors, as they shatter behind you, you'll hear this loud pop. And you land inside of the crystal castle.
I'd like to continue running and hit a wall.
You can 100% do that.
Because Apollo is not used to going this fast.
And at the speed that Apollo's been going, I'm going to imagine that there is now a Izzy-shaped imprint in the wall as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Apollo was going like 120 feet per. So
Yep.
Apollo was.
Yeah. And so you all land inside the throne room of the Crystal Castle. and then land against the wall of the throne room in the Crystal Castle. And the princess is just sitting there, the real one, not the one that you were just talking to. She's looking very surprised and a little nervous at you. You made it. That's yay. And you look on the wall where the counters were, and you see that the City of Glass counter that was there previously is gone. She says, I'm so glad to have you back. You did it.
Yes,
Thank
Princess, we
you.
did.
Yes,
Ouch.
a little silly and unusual, but and as I start wiping orange goop off myself.
And I will also say that the memories of how you died and what you were doing previous to your death, you now have.
Oh.
And she says, thank you so much. I don't know how to thank you enough. Please come sit down. I have a couple of things that I'd like to talk to you about before in case you leave.
I
Okay.
guess
Yes, Princess, of course.
Yes.
First and foremost, can we leave?
Well, yes. You can go visit Ozzy and be with him. And Winifred, you could go with your grandmother. Not your Mima, your other grandmother.
I can't
And-
go back home.
No, unfortunately, I don't have the power to do that.
But was my grandmother really hanging out with the mean lady who exploded orange?
No.
Okay,
She
I'll
did-
go with her then.
She did the princess the other. Now that I know who it was, the other princess did know your grandmother, know of her, has met her, but they were not hanging out together.
Good.
Zumael, you may go visit your deity as well.
Would certainly like to.
Apollo, if you would like to, you could stay here and help a lot of the new people get acclimated.
I remember I did a lot of bad things before I got here. I hurt a lot of people.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't stay here. I mean, you could go visit the other princess if you really, really wanted to, but you could stay here as well.
You mean it?
I do.
Will I be allowed to visit everyone else?
Yes.
Well, here's the
And-
thing, Apollo. If you're staying, I'm gonna stay with you.
And Apollo's fur starts changing into like this vibrant, luminescent purple.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
As tempting as it is to visit my lord, it's not very often you find a percussionist of this caliber. And, well, as long as you'll still be part of the band, I'm afraid that you're stuck with me too.
Yay.
The glorious sunlight is calling and warming, but true enlightenment comes when you find people to share the sunlight with. And I'm truly grateful to have this band around me. How dare I leave them?
Plus, we need you around to make sure that we don't die. Well,
Oh yes, of course.
Okay.
I am most assuredly the most sensible and level-headed of you all, but I think that's high spirit and great fun brings that out of me, and I'm grateful to know you all. let us continue to wander this afterlife together.
I am very happy that you all are staying. It shall truly be a better place with you all here. Although I do need to replace a couple of things. And she hands each of you a crystal necklace again. She says, this is what's been protecting you inside the kingdoms. When you tried to go swimming in the lava, usually it hurts, but
I was curious about that. I thought I was just, amazing and incredible, but okay, so it was magic then.
Yes.
We can swim in all the lava.
And then she hands each of you a golden ring, and she says, I believe you had one of these as well.
Ah.
Yes. And then she turns to Apollo and she says, I do believe you are missing a friend as well.
Yeah. I made him go bye-bye.
And she pulls out the bed.
Yes!
That is matches the bed that disappeared the first time. And she hands it to you.
Is it like in large or small right now?
It's small right now, but the button still
Apollo
works.
pushes the button and immediately tackles the bed.
Deathbed! Dog pile! And is he gonna jump on as well?
I'm gonna jump on in primal savagery mode. Ah!
Sumail's just going to very calmly sit at the foot of the bed and fluffing the pillows.
And the princess snaps her fingers, and a large servant comes in and is carrying this large table and sets it down in front of you, like one of those 8-foot tables, that one of the folding ones, and sets it down in front of you and just starts arranging hell cakes and cookies on top of the table, along with whatever was inside your lunch boxes, because those also went away. And so he does that, and the deathbed, the dog pile, is where this adventure will end.
Oh, I actually need to do one more thing because we forgot to do it. Apollo's gonna grab one end of the fire hose, grab the mouth, and just and literal glitter will just sparkle everywhere. Fire hose of creativity. Needed to add it.
Yes.
I suppose I had that one coming.
Izzy, you get covered in black glitter.
Izzy is having a
Existential
crisis right now.
Glitter, black, glitter, darkness.
Exactly.
Winifred, yours is green. Apollo, yours
Yes.
is rainbow. And Zumael, yours can be whatever color you would like it to be.
It shimmers depending on the angles. So Mel's going to conduct an experiment to very lightly take up a chalice and say, Winifred, this is something called wine.
Wine? Oh, I
It's made
could
of
try
grapes.
it.
It's very sweet.
My
If you
mom's
like.
always said I couldn't have any of this.
Our little secret.
Okay.
And she's just gonna down it.
Yep. You can just barely down it before it starts to refill itself.
Oh,
That's amazing. Izzy is gonna grab a goblet for himself, and after the first sip, immediately pass out.
That's what I needed.
That's the end
There it
of
is.
Angel
Amazing.
and the City of
City of
Glass. Thank you so much to all of my players and everyone who has been watching. It has been fantastic to run for you all. I'm gonna let my players outro themselves so that you can know where to find them, and make sure you get them a part of any of the projects that you're doing, because they are fantastic humans. Let's start with Adam.
Yes, I'm Adam, known on the internet basically everywhere as Is It Tinkerer. I write Dungeons and Dragons supplements for Apotheosis Studios. I write gaming reviews and article thought pieces on .gg and my own website, Fantastic Universes. Podcast network that I produce myself comes out, Fantastic Universes, at least once a week. There's various PC gaming Let's Plays on my YouTube channel, The Hostile Atmosphere, and I make quite a lot of content, but I'm in and around the gaming circles of various kinds, and I'm eager to explore all avenues and go on adventures much like this one.
Hey, thank you so much for being a part of this. Beth.
Hey, I'm Beth the Bard. I am a full-time dungeon master, specifically to like preteens and teens. So I just run a lot of D&D for kids. I also am the dungeon master for She is the Ancient here on Gilding Light on Tuesdays. It is a gender bent Curse of Strahd, but it is more than just gender bent. It is like there's changes to the story to, just make things a little bit different, a little bit better. So you can find out more about that at sheistheancient.com. Yeah, and other than that, I play in games. If you email me and you're like, hey, you want to play in my game? I'll be like, yes. So that's, just hit me up at It's Beth the Bard, like on all the socials. So many socials.
Fantastic. And like I said, thank you so much for being part of this. And Casual.
Can I say it's been Jay Casual, all social media at Casual_Campbell. I am a professional storyteller, TTRPG performer, actor, just all across the board, entertainer, and working on getting my next professional title as a TTRPG author, as I am working on my 5e compatible Deep Breath, is an anime-inspired 5e retro futuristic high fantasy setting where the advanced technology of a hipster on a PSP can cast spells alongside a wizard with a scroll. It blends all the components of anime and JRPGs that you love with the fantastical elements of D&D 5e, where you can play classes much like the Super Saiyan that are similar to Titans from Attack on Titan, Shinobis from Naruto, and many other features from so much anime. And I've had an amazing experience being Bardbarian, doing banging beats and fantastic tasks with the band of merriment people. You could get my Twitch is Casual Campbell. I do variety gaming, and I'll be having some new shows coming up soon. July 23rd on the initiative order will be the first official streamed playtest on Adventurers Wanter. I think it's a Jasper's Game Day weekend, I think, and I'll be doing the opening day of my content first scene for people to see live. So it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be amazing.
That's really cool.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I'm like, wait, what?
I am very, very excited for that. So you should definitely check that out. I will be posting links about that, but we'll get to that in a minute. Last, but certainly not least, Mr. Eddie Discount Bard.
Hi everyone, I'm Eddie. You can find me on all the various social medias at Discount Bard. I'm a actor, performer, voice artist, a real-life jack of all trades, because literally if there's something that I find an interest in, I tend to do it. I'm also here on Twitch as a variety streamer. I do all kinds of video game content, miniature painting. I'm in the process of working on doing a Sea of Thieves RPG that I'm going to be putting out there at some point in the near future, probably in the next month or so. So definitely keep your eyes out for that. I'm also an enthusiastic tabletop RPG player. You can find me on channels like Casual Campbell's, where I'm going to be joining Volcania Forge of Fate this Sunday, as well as other various projects that are going to be coming up over the next couple of months. I have been so absolutely thrilled to be here and to be part of this wonderful game and to meet these wonderful people and get a chance to bring back Izzy Leatherlung, who has always been one of my personal favorite characters, and it's been an absolute blast. And thank you so much for this wonderful adventure.
Of course. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I cannot say that enough to all of my players and all of the people who watched it. If you missed any of the previous episodes, I think they're on the Gilding Light YouTube. I'm not 100% positive, but my players
totally
are saying yes. So make sure you go and watch those because they were fantastic. And I have been your Dungeon Master, Fenway Jones, also known as Fenway the Teen DM on Twitter and at Jasper's Game Day on all of the social medias. That's really what I do. The Jasper's Game Day stuff. We are a nonprofit organization that uses gaming to raise money for suicide prevention and awareness. And I'm also a part of Beth's She is the Ancient campaign on Tuesdays. So make sure you check that out if you want to see more of us. Thank you so much, everyone, and we will see you later.
Bye.